Hi everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Mini Athletics and Me. And I am super excited to have our today's guest, who is Nathan Tyson, who is franchisee of Mini Athletics Nottingham. And it's super exciting because Nathan comes from a football background. He's an ex-Nottingham Forest player, which is a big deal in our house. So we're really excited to hear your journey from footballer to Mini Athletics franchisee, Nathan. So welcome to the podcast today. So we normally start our podcast, Nathan, with 3 questions with a one-word answer. So we'll dive into them later in the program. Your first thing that comes to mind, asking you some questions.
Okay, back on.
The first one is, what's your experience of mini athletics been like so far?
Incredible.
That's good to hear. One word to explain the mini athletics program.
Intriguing.
And obviously, we probably know this, but outside of athletics, what's your favourite hobby?
Spending time with the kids.
Very good. Excellent. Okay. Well,
Good
that's
answers.
Yeah.
We'll put you in the hot seat before we even start.
Oh, that's all right.
Exactly. Like Claire said, we're really excited to hear, about your journey from football into mini athletics and into running your own business, because that was all brand new for us. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of what led you to mini athletics?
Okay, yeah. So, like you said, Claire, I played professional football for 22 years, and then played semi-professional for another 2, so in total 24 years, which most of my life. Yeah, it's been a hell of a journey playing, but I've probably spent about 2 years just feeling lost on what to do. I tried out working in secondary schools because I do like working with children, but the politics of schools and the balance and stuff was a little bit difficult, and I could only work 3 days a week because I had to help out with our youngest son who was just born and stuff. So it led me into thinking, oh, okay, what is out there? Anyway, I got in touch with Kirk by accident, really. I was actually looking for an athletics class for my, soon to be 6-year-old son now. And we got chatting, and I was looking at some options maybe to do some football stuff, but I just didn't want to go back into football. I'd been doing it for so long. I wanted something different to do. The world is bigger than one thing, and I just didn't want to get to 60 retirement age and have just been in the football realm. Speaking to Kirk, and then literally just said, by the way, like, are you interested in this franchise? I was like, yeah, I'll look into it. And then the rest is history. Claire done a fantastic job in the training down at Cambridge. That was good. And obviously Kirk's done his thing. And then obviously Hannah, you've been fantastic, like mentoring me. It's been incredible.
Well, it's been brilliant working with you. Yeah, it's been really exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can remember actually when your email came in, and I think I was heading out the door at the time, and the guy's like, oh, and he looked very excited, and he doesn't normally look so excited. I think this is an ex-Forest player who wants to come to a class and is quite interested in finding out about mini athletics. And he looked you up and he's like, yeah, this is Nathan Tyson, and they all got very excited at that point.
He did email me back and saying, "Is this the Nathan Tyson ex-Forest player?" And I didn't. So I might have come across a bit rude because I'm very cagey on that stuff. Like when someone says that to me, I'm kind of like a bit taken back because I'm not. I'm just I just see myself as a human being who's just pursued a hobby that he loved as a child.
I know, but football's so massive, isn't it? You turn
It's
into
crazy, and up here.
icons quickly.
Yeah, but I don't see myself like that.
Yeah.
Like it's my children put me down all the time, especially my oldest two, my twin daughters. They're like they just see me as dad.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's how I see myself as dad. And it gets a bit weird sometimes, but it was really good. And having that conversation with Kirk, because he was amazing. He was really patient with me, and yeah, it's really helps. And I can't see myself doing anything else other than this and carrying this right through, because I didn't realize just how rewarding it was going to be.
Okay.
I didn't realize that actually I don't want to big myself up, but I am actually quite good with children. The amount of people that say to me, like, how do you do it? You're working with children from walking to 7, nearly 8 years of age. And I'm just like, look, I'm a father of 5. Okay, I still got 2 young children,
Mm.
got a teenager and 2 adults. So I kind of know, and you can relate. TV programs that children watching Bluey, and you can pick up on stuff like that, and it's been so rewarding, and like yeah.
Yeah, the feedback from parents from your classes has been amazing, hasn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, especially I've done my second birthday party, and that was Birthday parties are hectic. Okay, but I get the speaker blaring. We had the chance to go outside as well, which was great. So bigger space. It was fantastic, and the running races at the end. There was kids going for it, like really going for it, and
Yeah.
they were really enjoying it as well. And I always do the conga at the end, and but I had Gloria Estefan. That was the only one I found on there. So, anyways, we were doing like shaking the hips, doing the conga, acting silly, just being kids. Parents are probably looking at me thinking, "What are you doing? You look like a right idiot." You're there for the children, and if
Yeah,
they're
you're
happy,
inspiring them.
exactly.
Definitely kind of, you're in a career now where you're probably totally different to when you were a footballer and you had all that professionalism, and obviously you do have that in a business, but when you're coaching, you do take yourself down to that kid's level, don't you? And it is super fun. I mean, that's the thing that I love about coaching, and
Yeah,
that's the thing that took me away from teaching almost, because the teaching had so much politics and other things going on with it, and I just wanted to have fun with the kids and go out there and know they were learning, but in this super fun way. So
yeah.
yeah, it sounds like you're doing a great job.
Well, it's funny you say that, because I didn't find out I was dyslexic until I was the age of 16. So I'd literally finished school, which is criminal. But I just, you want to get down to that level. Whenever I've learned something, I've learned it through play, and I've learned it through fun. And that for me is the best. You always remember your best teachers, and you never forget your bad ones as well. But your best ones are, the ones that made. I loved history anyway. I was obsessed with World War II because my granddad said he fought in the war. But yeah, that's another story. But yeah, you learn through, and my history teacher just made everything fun. He knew I wasn't as, I couldn't write as well as everyone else. So, my reading wasn't too bad, but he knew I was confident in terms of, like, I had good friends and I could mix in different groups and such. He was great because he taught me how to learn through fun and enjoyment. And he knew he would lose me if something come really, really serious, because it just go in one ear and out the other. I see that with children in some of the classes with some themes, if they don't really get it. But then I help them out, and they just learn through play, and it's so lovely to see smiles and laugh. I love laughter in my class. I can't have a quiet class. I
No,
have
I
to
don't
have
think
laughter.
that just doesn't happen, does it, with mini
No.
athletics? So you think that, like, the coaching, you've done an incredible job with the coaching. If we look a bit at running the business side, because obviously that was brand new for you, what made you want to run your own business? Because obviously you could have gone into coaching in athletics or football or whatever and not done the business side, but what made you want to run your own business?
I never even when I got speaking to Kirk about it, I had to do something, and like I said to you, I worked in the secondary schools. I did have an offer to go full time, but I just felt like I'd been under ownership for so long. And football, let's be honest, you're treated as cattle. Okay, you're the
Okay.
flavour of the month 1 month, and then the next month you're not. And I've been under that, and I just thought I need a path. I need to work out, because I've got a young family as well. I have to be flexible.
Mm.
And my wife's working from home; she runs her own business. And when I spoke to Kirk about it, and then he said, way that to be honest, I would have been happy with just doing the coaching, but with the training that you guys have given me, has been, I can't thank you enough, because I would be lost. If I'd done this on my own, say I set up a football coaching class or whatever, I wouldn't be where I am now. I think I'd be lost, and then I'd have to go and get a proper 9 to 5 job, to be honest.
Mm.
But the training was just, it was phenomenal. And that's how, and then I'm like thinking, well, now I'm running my own business, and it's it's great.
You are.
I'm learning on the job. Like you said, I haven't come from an office job or anywhere where I've had to do spreadsheets and all this stuff. Like, I usually write everything down in my own complex way.
Yeah.
But the training, that it's been so rewarding. And thank you, Hannah, as well, because you've been a fantastic mentor for me.
Well, it's brilliant working from my point. That's what makes my job so brilliant, is getting to work with people like you, where yes, we guide you through, but you're the one that goes away and makes the action.
Yeah.
You still guide which way your business goes. I can give you advice, but
Yeah.
that's still up to you as the franchisee to do that bit, which you've been doing. I mean, look at it. It's growing and growing and growing.
Growing.
Absolutely. Like, every time Hannah reports back or whatever, you've got more nurseries, or you're in more schools, or and it just seems like you are fantastic at going out there and doing that. And yes, maybe there's a little bit of guidance there, but you're the one, like Hannah said, who's actually going out there and doing it, and you're delivering the program. And you're getting to the point now where you're so full that you're going to take on staff and things. So that's your next challenge, isn't it? I guess.
Yeah, it is. And I spoke to you before, Hannah. I'm nervous about that now, because I've built this up, and it's like my little baby. Like, now I'm going to have to hand over a public class to someone brand new, and I'm like, I hope they're as good at coaching as what I can be. But obviously, Hannah said, I'll find the right person, but I just don't want to be taking an age to do it.
No, it's always hard. Your first coach, I say this to everybody, your first coach is the hardest one, because it, like you say, it's your baby, and it's really hard to let go.
Yeah.
But from a business point of view, like, we've got incredible coaches in the net, and from a business point of view, it's a no-brainer. I mean,
yeah, definitely.
Like you say, you can't be you can't be in more than one.
I'd cut my arm off. That can go to that one. I think the kids would actually quite enjoy that, to be honest. Oh, we got Coach Nathan's arm.
Yeah, exactly.
So what is a typical day like for you now? And how's it different from before?
Do you want the midweek or the weekend? Which one do you want to see? Shall I start off with the weekend, actually? Start off on a Saturday. That is, so Saturday I run 4 classes, and they're, 3 out of 4 are fully booked. The last group minis there's 12 in there now, so it's almost booked. I start at 9 o'clock in the morning. This weekend, we're actually going outside for the first time, which I can't wait. So they'll absolutely love it. And I run 2 Diddy's classes and 1 Littles and 1 Minis. However, my waiting list is really, really long for Diddy's and Littles, and I need to move people up from Diddy's into Littles, and I've got about 3 or 4 that need to move from Littles to Minis. So I'm now probably thinking I'm going to have to add another class on the end of the Minis, so run 5 classes on the Saturday. So that is my weekend, and then after that I go home and spend time with the family and have a nice glass of wine. It's
Well
needed.
deserved.
It
is needed. And then in the week I have 2 nurseries Monday morning, 2 nursery visits Monday morning, 1 nursery in the morning for 2 hours on Tuesday, and then I go do 2 hours at a school on Tuesday. Wednesday is 1 nursery, but there's an alternative nursery. I'll just say 1 nursery Wednesday morning, and then Wednesday after school club. Thursday public classes, got 2 classes going on there, 1 Teenies and 1 Diddies. And then I have a nursery Thursday afternoon. And now I've just been given another nursery on a Friday morning. Oh, I've not told you that yet, Hannah, actually.
Great.
Yeah. So I've got another hour on a Friday morning, and then that's it. That's my
brilliant. And yeah, you've obviously been able to build that you know, it's the flexibility in terms of you're working that around, you know, like you said, some of your children are still young, aren't they? And your
Yeah.
wife's running her business. What do you like to do outside of mini athletics? Do you have any time left? No, I'm joking.
No, seriously, I actually don't have time left. So, for instance, like Lennox has now moved up in swimming, so that's added another hour. It's difficult, and I'm literally just I got no. I actually went to the gym this morning at 6:30 this morning. So
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
yeah, so I've been looking to do. I need another like physical challenge. I know, like seriously, I covered I couldn't believe the distance that I actually covered in one of the classes. I covered 9K in
Wow.
the morning class. Yeah, I told you I'm up and down. I'm sprinting, jumping, bear crawling with all
Brilliant.
the kids. Yeah, so I'm getting my.
You need to gym then.
Oh, seriously, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, mini athletics gym it comes with the franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the time that I get, I'd like to go to the gym, but it's mainly spent with family. It's my son's 6th birthday this Saturday, and then it's my birthday on a Sunday, and then it's
Okay.
my wife's niece's birthday on a Monday. So we're literally all birthdayed out this weekend. But yeah, time. Yeah, it's just gym. It's just trying to stay fit, and
Yeah, I guess for someone you've done such intense activity for years.
yeah,
Yeah. You
it's
do it.
and it's starting to show. I put my back out last week, and I couldn't walk. Yeah, I couldn't walk. Sciatica.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd
Not good.
lost. I couldn't weight bear on my left leg. It was that painful. I do reformer Pilates actually.
very good.
Yes, I really enjoy that, and I recommend it. Very, very good.
Really good.
So, what would you say to someone who was considering buying a mini athletics business?
I would say it's really positive, and I just say like, go ahead. Go ahead. If you have any concerns, obviously there might be people that have come from a 9 to 5 job. If you have any concerns about, you can start off and take your own path and then integrate. And then when you get to the point, you can maybe think, okay, well, this is really taking over. I can do this full time, and just ease your way into it. Don't think, I was a little bit naive thinking within 2, 3, 4 months, it's going to explode. It was, at times, it was dead slow, hard work, marketing, stuff I'd never done before. And then leafleting, that weren't too bad. But there's always, my advice, if you're going to do it, contact people that you know who are in schools or in nurseries, or, to help spread the word. Because I'll be honest, I had a little bit of luck. I had a little bit of luck because I knew someone who worked in a HQ at nurseries, and yeah,
Yeah,
it's
luck, but also you didn't give up, and you got,
no,
and that's what I say that to all new franchisees when I meet new franchisees before they come on board with us. That first year in terms of marketing is hard work. Obviously, when you're marketing, yes, we give you all the kind of advertising tools and guidance and all the different forums you can use and all of that kind of thing. But it's like you did, Nate. You have to get out there, and people need to get to know you. And for the longer term business, like you say, it's not a start and a month later you're
no,
soaring. But it's a long term business with that longevity. That if you do all that hard work at the beginning, get that marketing done well,
yeah,
and now you're seeing what you can build it into and
yeah,
what it can still build to be in the future. Look, I'm like 7 years down the line or something, and there's still growth.
yeah. That's amazing.
It's
It's amazing. And don't be, my advice as well, don't be deterred away from the no's. I've had
yeah.
so many no's, and just people not getting back to you and stuff. Like, it happens. You can't persuade everyone. But having said that, you've planted the seed.
Yeah.
Now I say this because I have recently had people from schools that I visited
Mm.
starting to get in touch. I've had nurseries starting to get in touch, maybe because it's starting to get sunny and everyone is, says athletics is for the summer. I've had that before. Oh, we wouldn't book you for the winter. We would have you for the summer. But I'd say to them, but I could be booked, and which I am.
We get told that all the time, but we quickly show them that actually it's not just for the summer.
No, exactly. You'd be amazed. You'd be amazed. So it's definitely very rewarding, and I'd never look back. never ever look back. And there's so much more that I can learn as well, and I'm trying my best at it.
You're doing
I mean,
great.
Yeah.
I laminated for the first time in my life.
Oh, Nathan.
Like, this was a few months ago. I was like, I need a laminator. So I started laminating. I've got all this stuff down there. I was like, what's going on? I've never done that
All these
before.
new skills.
Yeah, I need one of those. What's the slicer things for the paper?
Oh, guillotine.
Guillotines,
Yeah, I need one of them.
You're going to be like a school staff room soon.
Yeah.
It's so
Can you
bad.
tell us as well how, because obviously when you come on board with Mini Athletics, you join a whole community of franchisees. Can you tell us a bit about what that's been like, being part of the Mini Athletics community?
Oh, it's been great. So obviously when I did my training with you, Claire, obviously Akizi and Helen were obviously that's I was about to say New Jersey. That's Jersey, and is Keezy Southend, is he?
Southeast S.
Yeah.
Southeast Exit.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So we've got our own little WhatsApp group, and if we have any concerns or see how each other's going, we just message each other in there. And then also you've got the online community as well, so which is great. I see, stories of what people put on there in terms of a bit of advice, looking for some advice, and it's great to have that support network there. And I've had other franchisees get in touch with me to say, oh, I had this nursery and I've had this person in my class has said this, and it's really great to have that community, not just obviously you guys, as being mentors and stuff, but having others and talking to each other and linking up that way to get advice if they need it, and it's been so helpful.
I think because at most times someone will have been there before you and had the same issue, and so there's always someone to give advice. And so whether it's on the the group that we have, or whether it's in a CPD session, or so it's just a great place to, even if you're learning something, there's always people who've got other questions about their business, and there's so much knowledge and wealth that they can kind of bring to that as well. So it helps.
It's massively helped me because it's been tried and tested and it works, and having that community and to fall back on to check, you can check through a message to say, ask the question, and someone's already asked it before, and you're like, oh, that's great, okay, that's really helpful. Like I said, like going alone, I think I'd massively struggle. Just because there was just so much stuff that I just didn't know that I needed. It's been great to have that support from everyone. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, well, that's it's great to hear. We've probably got one last question for you.
Yeah.
If you could give, should we ask if you've got one tip? Have you got one tip that you would give to someone new who's joining Mini Athletics? What would it be?
Oh, that's a really hard one. I would say
I think have a laminator. No,
yes, get a laminator.
Yeah.
I try and think of my classes that I'm doing. Right, one tip. Okay, what I always do, and I'm probably not the only one that does it really. I've not really asked if anyone does it. If you're having a bit of an off day, things are going a bit chaotic, school run's gone nuts, like you've skipped breakfast or whatever, and you're frantically thinking, oh, I'm going to have to eat at McDonald's for breakfast. When you get to that class, you're a performer, you're an entertainer. And my tip is, if you need to up your energy levels, get the children to do it for you. So the first thing that I will say when you go to say good morning, I'll always be like, so I'd just say preschool, good morning preschool, like that. They'll be like, good morning, Coach Nathan. And I'll be like, oh, come on, I need more energy in this, right? Come on, let's up it. I want to hear the trees shake. So they'll shout it up, bang, wakes you up. It knows that I'm ready, and they're now ready. And it'll be crazy. It'll be carnage, but it's the one thing that I've learned is that if I've had a bit of a tricky morning with my own children, or I forgot to send an email somewhere, that does happen, and I'm stressing about it, I just I let the children bring the energy into myself, and there you go and coach the class, and you're going to have a fantastic day. That's what.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah, I bet you always feel better after that as well, don't you?
Oh, it's great. It's just that one time I had one class and it was on a Saturday. Now I'd already done 2 classes. I started getting a bit of a migraine and I was kind of like, right, this next class, okay, right, we're going to go again. But they were a little bit low, okay, than usual. And I didn't know if it was me or if it was just the parents felt a bit low. And I remember I stopped the class and I was like, everyone sat down and I kind of restarted the class, like went through the theme again quickly and just, yes, bang. And we were all on it. Even the parents were. So it's just about you being an entertainer and just, you know, the kids are just a joy to work with. There's so many children that you see of so many abilities.
Yeah.
You see that. So I'm going on a bit here, but you just see that progression that you do every single week. You see them and they're doing something new. Yes, that's naturally going to happen through development, but there's children that have certain disabilities and you're like, wow, I didn't know you could, wow, when did that happen? Last week. And it's so rewarding. So rewarding. It's the most rewarding job. Yeah.
It definitely is. Well, it was absolutely fantastic to talk to you today, Nathan. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm sure everyone's going to love listening to your story. So thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone. Bye.
Bye.